Hey everybody, welcome back to Ashley's Art Table. Today I'm going to test these Dual Brush Tombow pens, which are water-based, in our new St. Patrick's Day coloring book. I think this will be the final test coloring before I actually start filling in one of the illustrations. So let's go to our test page here. I've got a protective sheet behind it. And I believe I'm going to color in this little hat here. So let's do that. And I'm going to go, let's go with the black. This is the primary palette. I'll go with the black, and what else? I think I'll do 2 shades of green on the buckle. We'll go with this primary green. I'm going to use this yellow also. And this is the retro palette. I'm going to get that green right there. Okay. All right. So I think I will start with my lightest color, which is the yellow. I'll go in on the buckle with the yellow first and see if I like that. And if I don't care for that, then I'll go over it with one of the greens. But this yellow is 055. The name is not actually on it, but it's from the primary palette 055 Tombow. These fill in areas very well, nice and easy. I prefer the brush tip. The other tip, like this, but like I said, I prefer the brush tip usually, and you can put the pen lid on this other side. This is buckle. Since it is a buckle, I'm not going to fill that in. I think I'm going to make that black just so the yellow will stand out more. I'm going to put a hint of yellow, a little dot of yellow in this over here. Okay. Now I'm going to go in with my green. I'm going to do the lightest green first. This is 126. I'm going to leave a little edge of white if I can there, just so there's a touch of highlight. Okay, that's looking cute. Now I'm going to go in with my primary green, 245. I think I'm just going to try to go around the edges of this where the black is currently located. All right, I think I'm pretty happy with that. Now I'm going to color the hat. This is the black, got it out of the primary palette in 15. I'm going to create some sections here. Fill it in. Little section at a time. My hands are a little shaky this morning. I may have drank too much coffee. I'm going to leave the edge white until I decide what I want to do with it. I'm going to go around the buckle just to try to make sure I'm not going to get any black in my yellow. Phew, see how shaky my hand is? Maybe it is the coffee. I don't know. All right. I'm going to do vertical streaks here. Then when I get to the top, I'm going to do some horizontal ones. Don't have my paint pen. I'm going to go in here with this, just barely get around this shamrock. Some vertical lines here, or horizontal, excuse me. Let's fill that in. Okay, well, I've got this all filled in. I'm going to go back and forth doing my horizontal lines across the hat. Just to try to prevent some odd streaking. Okay. I'm using the lines that the illustrator has put in here as my guide to which direction I should be coloring. Whether it's vertical, horizontal, diagonal. That's what I'm doing. So like on the top of the hat here, I'm going to go kind of diagonal. Vertical diagonal. This is just to test the paper. So far I've really liked. I've been pleased with the results of this paper. This was a fairly inexpensive coloring book. Okay, I'm gonna leave that little white there, and I'm gonna go fix the bottom part of this hat. Looks a little streaky. Just going over what I've already colored to try to improve those streaks as they dry. We will leave these white spaces as our little highlights, because since this is just a small test, I'm not going to come back in here with a paint pen or white gel pen and try to shade and highlight this. This is just a test of this particular paper. So let's see how it worked out. So again, these are water-based pens. Not too bad. It's not as bad as the Sharpie. This was the Sharpie alcohol marker from the Shamrock. This is the water-based. There's one little dot right there on my page, so water-based is pretty good. This was the bleed through from the Sharpie. It came through quite a bit on the protective page. That's our little hat. I'm going to zoom in here. It's got some pretty good color down there. So again, this was with the Tombow water-based pens, Dual Brush, and I think it worked out really well on this paper. This is our coloring book we're working in, and now that we've done all of those tests, let me zoom out here a minute. Now that we've done all the tests, we can probably go in and actually start coloring a page. I'm leaning toward the water-based pens myself, so I may go ahead and do that. All right, see you next time.